Hi everybody, Madison here with Health by Ratio, and in this video we're going to actually talk about why we should stop treating the specific areas that we're dealing with our pain and injuries. Health by Ratio is an online group of licensed physical therapists, corrective exercise specialists, and functional movement coaches that work together to create holistic programs for our clients to move back towards full ranges of stable motion so that they can not only rehabilitate from recurring and chronic pains and injuries, but progress to the active lives that they love to live. So, I want to present a not so novel concept and maybe a slightly different way than we typically think about it. We've all heard about if we want to achieve a different result, then we probably shouldn't try to do the same things over and over again. It's a definition of insanity, right? It's trying to do the same things over and over again and expecting a different result to occur. Well, when it comes to our pains and injuries, that's often what we do. If I have recurring back pain where I can barely garden for an hour without my back talking to me, or I am always dealing with inflammation and soreness around this knee, or I have chronic neck pain throughout my day to day life, whatever it might be, whether there is a full blown injury to the area or if it's just chronic tension and nagging tweaks and whatever, what we typically do is we go through the channels that treat the area. And if you haven't gone through these channels, then this video isn't for you. If you have chronic back pain and you've never gotten treatments to that back before, if you've never gone to do physical therapy on that back, or you've never gone to a chiropractic adjustment for what you're dealing with in your neck, or you have never done any kind of rehabilitation for that knee, then this isn't for. Yeah, explore those avenues first, because that's kind of a given. But if this is something that we've been dealing with for several months or years or decades, then maybe we should stop just doing the localized treatments to this knee. Maybe, just maybe, the left knee isn't the actual problem. Now, from all the people, the thousands and thousands of people that I've connected with over the years, I can already hear some of the verbiages or some of the statements coming out right now. Well, no, my knee has arthritis. No, it says like I've gotten an MRI. I irritated my meniscus there, or I had an old injury, like I tore my ACL back when I was in college, or just last year skiing or whatever. Like, no. There's a reason why. Like, well, my argument would be, yeah, well, the body is designed to heal. So if you had an ACL injury a year, two, 5, 10 years ago, whatever, and this knee is still giving you problems no matter how much work you've done on that knee, then there needs to be something else done for it to fully heal. Maybe the issue that's impacting this knee's health at this point is not just the ACL specifically, and it's not just getting more quad strength that I've worked on or whatever. Maybe it's something else. Or if I've been dealing with back pain forever and I keep having to rely on chiropractic adjustments or like regular massage therapy just to get enough relief for me to live throughout my day, but God forbid I want to go garden, or God forbid I want to actually go for a hike or do some yoga or whatever, my back kills me. Well, then maybe we should stop just doing the treatments that are local to the back and figure out what the root causes are. Well, I have arthritis. Well, the arthritis doesn't explain why we have arthritis. Like, our arthritis means chronic inflammation to an area. And by the way, like, the age old saying is like, you could do an MRI and see, like, I've played sports. I've had a number of injuries throughout my life, and I'm sure as many of you guys who are watching this right now can relate. You could take an MRI of this knee or of my lumbar spine, and you're probably going to find some degeneration. You're probably going to find some arthritic type signals to this. Like, there's going to be damage to it. But you know what? If you did it to the other side, there would also be it here. Or if you did it up my spine or up into my neck, it would also be there. But we don't often do a full blown, not often, we never do full blown MRIs of the entire body. So we say, oh, my left knee is hurting. So we get imaging done on this left knee and we say, yeah, there's damage there. Well, there's arthritis there. That's why the knee hurts. Well, there's arthritis in this knee too, but this knee doesn't hurt. So why is this one talking to me? Why is there chronic inflammation? Why hasn't my body actually been able to heal this joint or this back or this neck or whatever it is? It's almost never at the, like, again, unless we've just hurt this area and we haven't done the necessary love to this joint or this area of the body, if we haven't given it the necessary love for it to recover, then that's a different ball game. But assuming we've been dealing with this for a period of time, it's almost never that area of the body's fault. As a matter of fact, it's almost always something that's happening above or below, or it's almost always something that's actually happening on the non-pain side. I can't tell you how many, like just this week, I connected with somebody who's dealing with issues on their left knee, and we went through all of these movement assessments on how they're functioning on their daily life, how they're walking, how they're sitting, how they're standing, how they're bending over, how they're kneeling, all that kind of stuff. And you know what the problem was? It was with their right hip. Their right hip was so locked up and wasn't functioning correctly, it was causing the left knee, well, really the whole left leg, to compensate for what was missing in the right hip. And they had been doing everything for this left knee possible, and yet they were never addressing the root cause of what was continuously irritating this left knee. Yes, they had an injury to that left knee a decade ago. And so, yes, this thing had some wear and tear on it before. But that injury from 10 years ago is not still the factor now. The factor now is how they're moving, and that's due to the right hip. And actually, there was a couple of other things happening down at their ankles and up at their shoulder girdle, but the big glaring red flags were coming from the right hip. So we want to actually explore something different than just treating the localized areas. That's needed initially, but if we're still dealing with it, no matter how much physical therapy, no matter how much chiropractic work, no matter how much acupuncture, no matter how much stretching, no matter how much massage work we've done, then let's look somewhere else. Let's look at something else that's going on with the body. Not to mention, other factors play a role in our health and our recovery. Things like our gut health and whether we're constantly eating foods that are inflaming our bodies, creating chronic inflammation everywhere, or are we giving the body the nutrients it actually needs to repair? One of our clients this week, who's been seeing a lot of great improvements in a variety of different ways, has still had some stuff lingering on. Well, we were taking a look at their nutrition and we're realizing that they're eating less than the bare bones minimum amount of protein on a daily basis. And they weren't getting in very many servings of vegetables on the other side. So they weren't getting great fiber into their body, and they weren't getting in enough actual amino acids to repair the damaged tissues. So they're doing all the right stuff on the physical side, but they weren't actually giving the body the nutrients to repair. And so that can be a factor. Our mental and emotional states around our health. If we are so scared and so anxious and so stressed about our physical health, what does that do? That creates a fight or flight response into us. That makes us produce more hormones like cortisol that inflame us and tighten us up and make us even worse off, so to speak. So there's multiple factors that come into the way this body heals and repairs itself. So that's why my team and I are so big on taking a holistic approach to our health and then ultimately our fitness, because most of us don't want to just get healthy to be healthy. We want to get healthy to live a certain way. We have activities we like to do. We want to keep up with the kids. We want to be able to go for our long bike rides. We want to be able to travel and feel healthy while we're walking on cobblestone streets, or be able to run a marathon or whatever it might be. We want to actually be able to do certain activities. So let's make sure that we not only heal the body, but let's continue to progress it to be able to do the things that we love. So if you guys are interested in getting some free help from myself, directly from me personally, I would love to connect with you. I offer this to anybody and everybody is a free video assessment where we connect over Zoom. We go through a number of movement patterns and postural positions and range of motion tests to see how and why your body is doing what it's doing from head to toe. and left to right. We want to see the entire body and take that holistic perspective. And then break that down for you so that you're on the same page of why this right hip is causing that left knee, or why that right big toe is making the impact to your lower back. Yes, that happens. Why your neck is actually being more affected at what's happening at your ankles than what's happening at your neck and shoulders. We break all that down so that you're on the same page, and then create a game plan together. Again, all this for free, for you to be able to say, all right, what specifically do you need to do on the mobility side of things? What do you need to do to improve your ranges of motion in your body, to restore some balance and harmony to it? And then how do you reteach this body to move correctly? How do you teach it how to move with balance and stability and go back towards true full ranges of stable motion? It's something that I'm really passionate about doing for anybody and everybody. They are service-based calls, not even sales. Like, the whole purpose of the call is to give you guys incredible value and an understanding of what's happening in your body. And that's what I believe has made us as successful as we have over the years. The more people we help without expecting anything in return has always resulted in us succeeding in some way, shape, or form. Whether that actually ends up being that the person we're connecting with is interested in working with us, and I think that they're a good fit for us. And so, great, they can try working with us. And I literally mean try. Everyone has a full free month, a full free a risk-free 30-day trial to work with my team and I, and actually see how their body responds to it. So they can test this out and actually see if this works for them. We're passionate about helping people and making sure that they're actually taking steps in the right direction with achieving their long-term and true health and fitness goals. Or it means that these calls have led me just to be able to give someone some great resources that they can do on their own. And maybe they've followed us on social media or subscribed to us on YouTube, or said hi to Stella, or they've been able to like leave us a nice review or recommended us to somebody. Whatever it might be, the more people we've helped, the more we've been successful. So I'm super passionate about these calls. If you'd like to connect, click below the video where you can schedule your call with myself personally, and I can't wait to help you.